I know you might be wondering about when is the best time to sell your chicks, or you want to get into poultry farming and you don't understand what kind of chicken am I going to keep, or how am I going to keep them, or how am I going to make more profit in my poultry farming business. That is a very big question and a very big challenge, I think, which is affecting very many farmers. I have been getting this from my previous videos, farmers asking me, how many chickens can I start with in my poultry farm, and how can I make more money in this poultry farming venture? So today's topic, guys, I want to talk to you about the poultry models in poultry farming, or when is the best time you can sell your chicken, so that before you even invest your money, you are aware how much money you will need, how are you going to invest that money, and when are you going to sell the chicken, and what will be the cost of the vaccine, what will be the cost of the chicks, what will be the cost of feeds, and any other expenses which comes with poultry farming. So today I want us to look on 4 models or 4 ways on which you can make more money in poultry farming, which I have tried and I have tested and I have worked in NEO-HEN farms. The first model is you can become a retailer, where you buy day-old chicks like you buy from us at 80 shillings. Then you take those chicks now to the brooder, you brood them for week 1 to week 8, then you are able to sell. One thing you need to realize when you are doing brooding business, the most profitable part is between week 1 to week 8, because this period the bird consumes very few the bird consumes low quantities of feed. You realize when you get your chicks at day old, what normally happens, the consumption varies. As the bird continues to grow, you realize also the food intake also increases. Like in this case, you get day old chicks. What normally happens at day old, you realize each chick only consumes 30 grams per chick. But as weeks progress and go on and on, what normally happens, every week each chick consumption intake increases by 5 grams. So what normally happens from there, you realize is 30 grams in week 1, that is for 7 days for every chick. Then in week 2, that 5 grams, week 3, 40 grams, then it goes up to 140 grams, which is now we call it the point of lay at week 24. So farmers, if you want to start a lucrative business, which you are not going to lose your money and you are going to recoup your money very fast, get into brooding business. You come to certified hatcheries like NEO-HEN farms, you buy your chicks at wholesale at only 80 shillings, then you take them to the brooder, you take care of them, then within 2 to 8 weeks, you sell your birds. Then you realize you'll be making some good amounts of money. When you are doing your brooding, one thing you must put into consideration, number 1, is the cost. This is how you normally decide on how much you are going to sell your chicks. Number 1, what you put into consideration is the cost of chicks. You buy your chicks at 80 shillings. Number 2 is the cost of poultry feeds. How much feed are they going to consume? You had the cost of the feeds you buy. Number 3 is the cost of vaccines. Then number 4, the cost of multivitamins. Then the cost of labor, the cost of electricity, and also the cost of brooding. And because there are very many other expenses like the cost of transportation, you might add some amount. Then what normally happens after if you don't have any other expense or any other expense which occurred during the brooding of the process, what normally happens, take all those expenses, then you add together, then you divide by the number of birds. This one will give you how much consumption or how much did each bird consume in terms of labor, electricity, and any other expense. Then what normally happens, you had your profit margin, maybe 20%, 30%, at maximum is 50%. Don't oversell your chicks. Maybe you see we are selling to you at 80 shillings. Then you decide to sell maybe 1 week old at 200 Kenya shillings. You might not be able to get a client. So make sure you sell at a meaningful price. Sell between 1 week old between 130 shillings to 160 shillings. You realize you'll get customers, and then you'll continue selling your chicks without much struggle. Number 2, the second model. These chicks you buy now from week 1 to week 8, what normally happens, you can decide to sell this chicken for white meat. In this case, you are selling this chicken now from week 9 to week 14. You realize from week 8, our birds normally they have attained a weight of 1.8 kgs to to 2.2 kgs, especially the cocks. So from week 9, you can start selling the cocks at around 600 Kenya shillings. Then week 9 up to week 14, you realize by week 14, the birds which are not grown, they have also grown. Then you can sell them for around 600 to 700 Kenya shillings for white meat, for people who want to go and slaughter the chicken. This model also makes a farmer good amount of money. Like now, it only takes 12 weeks for our breed, Saso F1, to give you the results. Only 12 weeks to give you the results in terms of white meat. So like now, if you order your chicks like now, the deliveries we are going to do up to September 10th, you realize you can keep those birds, then you sell at December at premium prices. One thing I want to give you a tip, how I grew this business. I used to target this December festive season. When it reaches August, I used to keep around 5,000 birds. I brood them. Then at December at week 12, what normally I used to do, I used to go to the market to sell those chicken with just the open coops. Then farmers and the consumers, and you know what, the people from Nairobi, they buy those chicken at exorbitant prices. So they buy, I could sell all the 5,000 birds. So this is the time for you. I'm taking orders for 9th September. You can take these birds, brood them, then you target to sell them on the festive season on December holidays. Then you will realize you'll get a good amount of money, because this bird will only consume around 350 Kenya shillings and you'll be selling at 600. So you realize instead of keeping that money in your bank or in your pocket, or you are saving it, or in your savings, you can come to NEO-HEN farms, get your birds. I sell you at 80 shillings, then you brood them. Then from week 9, you start selling your bird, like birds for meat. Then from there, you are going to make good amount of money. Even parents now, I have had some parents saying, I have sold my cow to take another cow to school. What normally happens? Don't tell your kids you have sold a cow. Buy chicken. Chicken will give you quick returns. Then keep the chicken. Raise more money for fees. Then you'll be able now to pay your fees for the kid, because you don't blame your kid for selling your cow, and because he has not performed well in the exam, then you say you take another cow to school. I want to talk on the third model, which is also very much profitable. Now these birds, you realize from week 1 to week 24, which we call now the week of point of lay. You realize these birds, our birds, they will start laying between 18 weeks to 24 weeks. So the earliest, you realize when you keep these birds now up to that period, you realize from week 18 you will start seeing the first eggs. So you realize in this method you can decide now to sell these eggs as fertilized eggs. Then you sell them at premium price. What normally happens, you have seen from my videos, we sell the list at 900 Kenya shillings. So you can be able to sell your eggs at wholesale at 750 Kenya shillings to farmers who has incubators, so that they may hatch those eggs and also get chicks with ease. Like now, you can see the same method we normally do here. This is our hatchery. Today we are setting these 8,000 capacity incubator eggs. So what normally happens, you can decide, number one, to sell those eggs at 750 per tray, or you might decide now to hatch the eggs. You set them, as I shall show you in the next video, on this egg setter for 18 days. Then you transfer now to the egg hatcher for 3 days, which is called the hatching window. This is now the egg hatcher. You can see the birds are hatching. As you can see now on the screen, the birds are hatching very well and very nicely. So when you hatch these birds, you realize the value of your egg now, it appreciates with 4 times. So you sell your chicks now at 80 shillings, or you can retail at 100 Kenya shillings, which is now the current market price. Then you realize you will make a lot of money just from selling the eggs, number one. Number two, you can decide to hatch the eggs, then you sell the chicks to other customers. The good thing with us, when you buy from us, we assist you in marketing. So there is no time you will say, oh, my birds have overgrown, I'm not able to get a customer. We will be there to work with you step by step in this journey till profitability. The fourth model on which you can make money is now you can decide now to keep the commercial layers. The commercial layers, what normally happens, they normally lay earlier at 16 weeks. But this is the challenge with the commercial layers. you realize the profit margins are always very low, because the market price for commercial layer eggs at wholesale now, they are selling at only 380 Kenya shillings, which is very much low. So for you to make more money in layer farming, you realize you will need a lot of money to invest now in raising these birds, so that you may be able to make money from this venture. A good case study: a farmer who is keeping 4,000 birds for improved kienyeji, and a farmer keeping 10,000 birds for commercial layers. What normally happens, they share profit at the same level. And you realize, well, this one with the commercial layer 10,000 has invested a lot of money, a lot of labor, very many things, then is making more, very little profit. So I advise you, go for improved kienyeji breed, which can make you more money. Because this bird, after laying for 18 months, what normally happens, you can sell that bird at 1,000 Kenya shillings, because it's already mature and has around 2.5 kgs. So you will still make money. But for commercial layer, you realize you only sell that bird at around 350, 500, which is a loss to you as a farmer. The other model, you can decide now to become an agent. Like NEO-HEN farms, we have agents. You realize the current market price for chicks, it's 100 Kenya shillings to 120 Kenya shillings. That is now the current market price for day-old chicks. So you can approach NEO-HEN farms, then you request to be an agent, where you are going to buy the birds at wholesale, you advertise using your name, then you retail at 100. And through this, you realize you make a lot of money. This model has a lot of money because, number one, the risk is reduced. You don't have any risk. You are not going to incur any transportation cost. The company itself caters for transportation cost. You are not going to incur any veterinary cost. We are going to also train your clients on how they are going to take care of their chicken. So there is no point you are going to lose your money. So the more you sell, you get, the more you make money. And this is how very many people have done. They have mastered the art of selling, where they just come to hatcheries, buy at wholesale, then they sell at retail. Then you make money. The other model, you can decide to become a distributor of poultry equipment and machineries. You can stock now dringers, feeders, incubators, any kind of poultry machine, poultry equipment and machinery. This one, you realize it will need, for you to run this business, you need a lot of money, and you will also need the technical expertise. Because failure to have that, you will not be able to service the machines when they go bad, and the customer needs you to be able to give him advice in case something bad happens. You realize like these machines are very technical, so you need to have a know-how on how you are going to deal with them. The last poultry farming model, you can decide now to become poultry feeds stockist. In this case, you can go to companies which produce quality poultry feeds, then you stock, then you resell these poultry feeds to farmers at retail price. Through this, you realize you'll make some money. Farmers, keep in touch, keep liking our video, subscribing, as I shall meet you in the next video to tell you now, to compare between now the layers and the improved kienyeji, which one is more profitable, now using figures and numbers, so that you may make an informed decision on how to keep your chicken. Call us on 0717-213-083 for order, and we shall deliver. NEO-HEN Farms on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Continue like our pages, we shall keep updating you. See you in the next video.